Hi and welcome to Workouts and Recipes. My name is Monique and today we are going to be making mulligatawny. Mulligatawny is a soup. It's an Indian spice like curry chicken and rice soup. So to start, I've got a large stock pot heating up on the stove. It's at about medium heat with a 1/4 cup of coconut oil in it. Just to keep things quick and keep it moving. I've already chopped up our vegetables. So I've got 1 whole yellow onion, about 6 stalks of celery with the leaves, 2 whole carrots, and then we've got some peppers and garlic over here. So we're going to start with our onions and celery and carrots and throw those right in to the pot with the coconut oil and let that sweat a little bit. Okay, so I'll grab our stock pot. I made bone broth the other day. It was simmering on my stove for about 2 days, so I strained that all off and then used the same pot to make this soup. It was really feeling like a soup kind of day. Because tomorrow is the first day of April and somehow it's still snowing in upstate New York. So, throw those all right in there. We're going to let our vegetables sweat. Give that a quick stir, and then I'm going to throw that right back on the stove. So, while our vegetables sweat, I'll just go over the rest of the recipe real quick. Everything's going to go into one pot and cook pretty quickly. We're thickening it with the brown rice though. So once those vegetables are done sweating, we'll put the brown rice in with the peppers and the garlic. We'll add our bone broth that I made yesterday and into today, and we'll just let that cook. Everything else is going to go in at the end. So we'll get to our workout and then we'll come back to finish off the soup. Now that those vegetables are sweated, I'm going to bring our pot back over here just so you can see everything that I'm putting in. Right? We've got our brown rice, which has been rinsed. There's about 2 cups of uncooked brown rice here. And then I've got half of a yellow bell pepper, about 25 cloves of garlic because I really love garlic and I've never experienced too much. So if you don't like garlic as much as I do, feel free not to add as much. Got 2 jalapeno peppers and about 4 small sweet peppers. Okay, and then we've got our spices. I've got 1 teaspoon of cayenne, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of curry powder, a tablespoon of sea salt. We've got about 2 tablespoons of fresh ground ginger, and then I've got another 2 teaspoons of turmeric. Okay, so I'm going to bring that pot back over and we'll add everything else now. Oh, great. Okay, so spread our vegetables a little bit in the coconut oil. To this, we're going to combine our brown rice, spoon, brown rice, stir that a little bit. And we'll get the same bowl to put in our peppers. Now mulligatawny is a little bit different than your traditional just protein and vegetable soups because it has a little fruit in it. There will be apples and raisins. We'll add the raisins in at the end, but we'll put our apples in right now after we put in our spices. So we're just going to dump in all of our spices: sea salt, turmeric, fresh ginger, curry powder, curry without the curry powder, black pepper, and cayenne. Alright, mix that all in. Spices need to be cooked too. And then we'll add in our apples. Now, I had never heard of mulligatawny, but I was living in Florida a few years ago and worked at a restaurant where the chef made the most incredible soups. The first time I had mulligatawny, I was hooked. So, for years, I've been trying to get it right at home, but also make a healthier version of it. And I think with this, we've taken out the heavy cream and the traditional white rice and the flour and the butter. We've lightened it up quite a bit. Okay, that's all mixed in together. All right, so we've got fruit, veggies, rice with the coconut oil, and then I've got about 4 quarts of the bone broth that I just strained and took off the stove. We're going to add all of that. Okay, the rice is going to soak up quite a bit of the broth. So we'll throw that on, put that on the simmer of the stove. We'll get a quick little workout in, and then we'll come right back to check on our soup and finish it up.